Well, welcome back. This is hopefully our last video. It should be. There's not a lot left for us to do. I've gotten the camera a little closer and closer to me because I'll be working close up. Got some of these pretty embellishments off to the side here. And we're just going to play around. And I have cranked up my old glue gun because I don't think that always the chipboard will stick with just the adhesive that has been provided by the manufacturer. I don't know that I'm going to end up using flowers. We'll see. If not, you're going to have an extra pack of flowers. And you've got lots of scraps, so maybe you can make something else really cute and fun. I love that matte color heart. But here's what I was thinking before I came back on camera. This piece of chipboard, these berries here, can line right up with the berries there. And turn it just like that. Come up a little bit, and we could hot glue that down. So I think that's what we're going to do next. I need to find myself on my laptop so I make sure. So I'm going to hit refresh. And there I am. There we go. Okay, and this is at an angle, so I apologize for that. But I've cranked up the glue gun. So I'm going to peel off the adhesive because if I don't, even if I glued it on, this is going to peel away later. So this is going to go just like that. I'm going to put my glue more on the leaves, not where it's going to overhang. And that's going to have a little sticky on it, but over time that'll go away. I'm not worried about it. So got my handy dandy glue, hot glue. Ooh, it got really hot too. Ooh. It's just going to be a little overhang, so I'm going to do just like that. Turn it. Try not to burn my little fingers. Now, hot glue is not real forgiving, so I want to be pretty precise my first hit. There we go. So I'm going to bring that, whoops, to the camera there. Squishing it down. And that does not go over the edge of my album, so we should be good there. So there's that piece. And then there's a teeny tiny give hugs. And I thought that might be fun to put kind of off to the left since that's off to the right, right there. So it's going to be a little harder to put my hot glue there. So this is the part that's going to overhang. So I'm going to gear more from this hump over to that edge. So let me pick up my glue gun again. Try not to glue my fingers. A little gingerly with it. There we go. Okay. Oh no, it was upside down. All right, well I still don't have it overhanging. So I'm going to go right where that pumpkin is. Let it hang over. So give thanks and give hugs. Kind of like show your thanks, right? That may be all I do for this front cover. We'll see. We'll see. These things tend to morph. All right, and I opened the album. I had a couple set aside here. So I think it was on this side of my front cover. And I was going to put fall right there. So again, I'm going to take off my adhesive. My glue gun more on the larger piece of that real estate. See if I can let that butterfly peek out. Just press down. All right. Now this, I may come back and put something there, but it's already got a nice focal point. So I'm going to open up. I don't want to put chipboard here, but I did get this cut apart. I don't need my hot glue for this. I'm going to put it back in the holder, let it stay hot. Let me find my other glue. Art glitter glue will work. And I'm just going to glue the very bottom here in case we want to tuck a picture under there. I'm not going to obligate somebody to not putting any picture behind here. So this could be like a little flap that holds a picture. But it will stay flat as it lays down there. All right, so let's move to the next one, Grateful Hearts. I think I had something set aside for that. I think it was down here. I think it was up here, just like that. I'm going to peel away that adhesive, and it might be strong enough, but I've had chipboard that I placed on with that manufacturer's adhesive, and later on it just fell right off. Nice and hot again. Okay, and then I wanted to place over here Sweater Weather, just like that, and then I'm going to hot glue this little flower right there. I'm going to go down just a little bit so that when you're pulling that off, your finger can still get to this part of it. Just going to hold that glue until it sticks. I want that flower pretty flat, if I can get it to be flat. As flat as that glue will hold it. There we go. So Sweater Weather will go right there. I've got just a few of those angel strings. Okay, so off comes the adhesive. This felt a little bowed to me, so you see that wrinkle there? I kind of folded it back. I kind of bent it back. I had to put a new glue stick in. There we go. Whew, so hot. And again, I want to be as straight as I can be, because this is it. All right, I like it. And then I thought this guy with a birdie with the pumpkin could go right here. I'm going to have the pumpkin straight. And birdie sitting on the pumpkin. And then down at the bottom over here in the pink, I'm going to put Autumn. See if that stayed hot enough. Yep. There we go. Tuck that around. So far I haven't burned my fingers. So at the very bottom, Autumn. If I went too high. There we go, back down. This guy I thought could go right here where the pocket is. Just a cute little floral centerpiece. This is an old glue gun. It's got this little stand that it sits on, but it's just not easy one-handed to get on and off of that stand. That went crooked a little bit. Okay. All right, let's see what else we have and what can work. This is all pretty plain. So I could put this at the center right here and only glue the edge so you could tuck in a picture. But that doesn't make sense because it's going to flip up. So that's not going to be very functional. But we could take that idea here. I think that's the place to put it. So I'm going to take my white glue just along the edge here. Lay it right there. So you've got your decor, but it's still functional to hold a picture. I'm not going to put anything up here. I don't want the thickness. I don't want it to pop out. I only want the thickness where we've got these gussets. Don't want to cover up that pretty butterfly. Let's see, down there in the corner. What do you think? It's not bad. I want to use as many of these pretties as I can. That gets lost. Let's come back to this one. Let's go back to the front. Got this big, beautiful butterfly. Kind of want to put it on there, but it's going to limit. I guess you could just put a smaller picture down there. And then you get your back side. But I do like what the eye sees when you have that pretty butterfly there. So I think we've got to glue him on there. So far, I'm not feeling it on the flowers, guys. I'm so excited to get all the matching pieces. But don't, I guess in designing, I would say to you, don't force something just because you've got it. You'll have these if we don't use them here for something else. You only have big butterflies. Otherwise, I could tuck a butterfly right there. I want to use that heart for sure. I don't care about the leaves. They're fine. We've already used the flat image of this chipboard, so you'll have that for something else. We may be just about done. Again, if I'm not feeling it, I don't push it. But that's not bad there. Blessings right there. I think that's what we'll do. Again, if you're not feeling any of it, you do your thing. But you will have bought this kit seeing my completed demo. So I want to be sure and have this be available. And we've also got this pretty thanks. It's kind of pretty right there, huh? Yeah, kind of a duplicate thought process. What do you think about right there? That's good. I like that there. Oops, I didn't peel off my stickum. Alrighty. And may not do a lot on that guy. That gets lost. Don't have another butterfly to match up here. I think it's kind of weird to have a pumpkin hanging in the air. I should have put the pumpkin there and put those up there. So if you haven't done it, that might be what I would do if I hadn't already hot glued this down. Just thinking. You're having to bear with me thinking. I had cut out this sweater weather, but it's too wide really for any place. If you like it, you could just trim that with scissors. That's kind of fun, just to tuck it in there. What do you think about that? Just let it tuck in. So fancy. We'll do that. So I fussy cut this out, this sweater weather, and it just kind of tucks right in there. And it is wide enough on the back. And that kind of holds it. Whew, so fancy. I could do that. I could throw my little heart right there. Let's do that. See those happy little accidents? Oh, this is gonna be, I'm gonna burn my finger for sure. It's a teeny tiny piece. Where did I put it? Maybe right there. All right. And that piece might fall out and get lost, and that's okay. We've got a little something there. I don't want anything on our slip outs. Don't want anything on the inside because that's going to get too bulky. That's kind of pretty. Throw a little flower right there. What do you think? Maybe we just glue down at the bottom in case they want to tuck a picture underneath. I'm just going to put some hot glue at the bottom corner. Ooh, that got hot. Ooh, it oozed out a little bit. Let's not get glue all over everywhere. Sorry, hold on guys, I got a hot glue issue. Okay. Not terrible. Where else can I put a flower? They're all pretty big flowers. Ooh, I think I'm gonna stay away from these lime green. I do like the little fabric ones, the ones that have a print on them. Is that getting to be too much? Don't want to do too much. Well, we've got 2 flowers in this little album. Can't find another focal point, so that's just like out of nowhere. I'm not going to do that. I think that's it. Otherwise, I'm forcing it. All right, so you can see that because we've got the width here in the gussets, there's enough for the chipboards to live there. This is it. You'll have all this extra. Clean up my mess and we'll tie a pretty bow, and then we'll see if there's anything else we want to put on the front after we've got our bow going. So, let's see. I'll want to trim my bow then after I get my ribbon tied. There we go. All right, I'm going to want to make it smaller. Got glue on my fingers. All right, so I like that length of the bow. So now I'm going to trim my tails here. And if I can, there's my scissors. If you've got some fray check, which is a fabric glue, you might want to put some along this ribbon. It has seemed to fray a little bit to me. I don't have any handy, but I've got some on order. I don't like that edge. Just bear with me, guys. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. There we go. I like that better. All right, let's take a look. Do we think that's it? Are we done with the front cover? It's pretty. I'm wondering, do we add, I don't think we add that guy there. Cover up the give thanks if we put him there. He's hanging too far over the edge if we put him over there. I don't like it. Don't like it. So I think it's a little top heavy. So I've completely covered up the pumpkin if I put that flower there, but it gives it a little bit more depth. So here's ideas for you. I'm probably not going to do anything else. I think it's trying too hard, don't you? Those are pretty chunky. Now that's not terrible. Nope. All right, I'm not feeling it. Ooh, look at that. You could hide some things underneath because of that foam. What do you think about that? Does that give a little bit of balance? No, it really doesn't. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm calling it. I'm giving this the finish. So hopefully you loved it and you're here in class and you've finished your project and you love it too. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a good rest of your day or evening or whatever you have coming up next. And I appreciate your patience and interest. It's not something I take for granted. So I really do appreciate your investment in this class and in me. And I hope to see you again at another class someday. All right, toodaloo for now.